What's up, guys? Max here, and we got a big announcement by Kabam on milking you to the last unit you have, or if you don't have, spending all these units basically, or buying all these units to be able to participate in the event. So at first glance, let's talk about it. Let's just break it down. Let's look. Let's call it the Omega Days. This new event is going to be starting on May 8th all the way to the 15th. Okay, so we're going to be looking at what champions are involved, what the possibilities of milestones you can accomplish. If you're Paragon Valiant player, we're going to focus on those, and then also the cost involved and kind of what some of my calculations, which I was going back and forth trying to figure this out, because then I found out that there's units, then I found out that there's crystals in the milestones, so that all changes everything. But let's take a look at what ideally what this event's about. This event's about spending and opening crystals, spending units and opening crystals, and reaching milestones to like do some rank ups and open more crystals along with it. But what's super exclusive about this event is that there's an Omega Sentinel, Omega Red, Mole Man, Quicksilver, Longshot, and Corvus Glaive as a 7-star. Finally, we knew about this. If you're not aware about leaks and information like this in social medias, we knew about this on X, Twitter, that these champions were in the game files, just not known if they were going to be added to the basic pool. We had somewhat of a confirmation thinking this was tied into an event, but it wasn't 100% confirmed because things can be changed at a whim, so Kabam can do something that maybe they don't go with the plan that they had in mind. So here's the more details about the plan. So let's figure out what we know the champions we can get, and basically they're tied to crystals and they're tied to points, and let's figure out how you can get these points. So first of all, there's going to be some free points to be able to get, and those free points are super easy. All you need to do is grab those champions, Mole Man, Quicksilver, Longshot, those champions, and go out and use them in fights. You win fights, you get 5 points, and that's kind of how you want to maximize your points. Now, win a fight with any champion, you're going to get 1 point, and those points are translated into crystals. So for every 10 points, you get 1 Cavalier Omega crystal. So the max you can get is 34 of these crystals. So just keep that in mind. Keep that number in mind, and then these Cavalier crystals give you 1 point towards the event. Now, if you're Paragon and above, you're going to need 400 points. You're going to need a total of 400 points to get to the final milestone. So we're going to start breaking down basically the math here, okay? The math involved 400 points. So we know that we get 34 free points by just doing fights. Let's subtract that from it, right? Plus, there is some crystals. So the idea to get these, the way to get these points is to open crystals. If you open a Cavalier crystal, you get 1 point. If you open a Paragon and Valiant crystal, you're going to get 2 points per each crystal. So I figured out that there's one thing I don't know is if they count the 7-star Omega crystal. I believe there's one in the 200-point milestone area, if they count that as a crystal towards the event. But let's say I didn't calculate that one into it. So ideally you're going to open you're going to get 64 points from opening 32 crystals by hitting, if you're going for the whole thing. By the way, this is you maxing out and going for all the milestones, right? You're going to hit that at the 300th point milestone. Okay, so now you're going to be you subtract 64 points from your total, so now you're at 302 is your target point, because that's ideally from 400 you've gone and you've invested the units, and so now you need 302. So what does that translate into crystals? Basically, you need to open 151 crystals. Okay, and how much is that in units? Well, it's 45,300 units. So the big 60,000 unit alarm factor, it's not really 60,000 units. It's 45,300 units. But keep in mind also that there is going to be some units being returned in the milestones as well. So you're going to get 9,600 units throughout the event as you get to the 400 points. So really, if you currently have 3,000 or 35,700 or close to it units in your account, you could participate in this event and really cost you nothing. If you have 35,700 units. Now, if you don't, well, you better get to the grinding of this event. I think what I am going to be doing for me personally is just see what I can do, how far I can participate without like going crazy when it comes to like spending money. Because let's say if I didn't have the units, I came up with close to $1,000 or so, which is what you're going to be spending if you didn't have any units. It's just silly because you don't want to do that, especially on an event that maybe you do or you don't care about. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe let me know in the comments if that's something you care about when it comes to the champions. Maybe you have a little bit of a love towards Omega Red, Corvus Glaive, Longshot, Quicksilver, one of these champions, Omega Sentinel, right? Okay, now let's talk about milestones. Let's break that down because there is a lot of good stuff to get. So initially, 10 points, again, 2 points per crystal. You get 2 crystals there. 20 points, you get some units. Going far, it really starts to really juice up at 100 points. Once you get to 100 points, you get a 7-star Omega crystal. So you're going to be able to get one of those champions. Good luck. Hopefully you get the one you want. Then you're going to get a rank up gem specifically for that champion. Now you can use it on the champion you get, or you can wait to see if you hit the 400 point marker, because that is another 7-star champion Omega selector now. So now you're going to be able to select the champion you want. But we're skipping there, right? I just wanted to talk about that because you do get that gem. Then you get some more units at 160 points. You get at 180, you get some more crystals. At 200 points, you get another 7-star Omega crystal. So if you didn't get it on the first 100 points, now at 200, you get a second shot. You get some more crystals, you get some more units, some more crystals, some more units. Then at 340 points, it starts getting really juicy. A rank up gem, not a 1 to 2 now, a 2 to 3 rank up gem, which is huge, especially for prestige. Keeping in mind, you get a Quicksilver. He's one of the highest. I wonder what that prestige is gonna look like. A 7-star Omega Awakening gem. So let's say if you don't want to use that selector on Quicksilver, let's say you did get him. Or let's say you do use it, you haven't been getting lucky, and we're talking prestige here, and you get the Quicksilver and you use the Awakening gem on him. You're gonna be able to take him, by the way, to Sig 100. Okay, so any champion you get, whether it's Awaken, it's gonna be at Sig 101, or if you were able to get lucky from these crystals and go and do the selector on this champion, ideally you're looking at 100, 120, 140, depending on your luck and RNG when it comes to this event, and a rank 3 of this champion. So now the thing is going to be, are you willing to participate in this event and spend the money in this event for one of these champions, knowing that you really don't need the 60,000 units. You can get away with, my calculations was about 35,000 units when it comes to the event. And then very quickly, one thing I did not calculate, and I don't have it here handy, let me see if I can do it here very quickly. In the market store, there is basically, you can maximize the market store with 7,040 units. Because they sell them at $200 each. So if we need 35,700 and we buy it at 7,040, basically that needs to be purchased 5 times. So yeah, it's $1,000, guys. So no matter way you skin this cat, you're going to be spending some money, whether it's 800, 600, 1,000, but I think at max, you should be looking at least $1,000 when it comes to this event. I don't know. Let me know. Somebody's going to do it. I know someone's going to have a rank 3 Quicksilver Omega Red. Dude, imagine Omega Red Sig 140. Dude, imagine the spore damage on that thing. That thing is going to be a beast. Oh my gosh, I just want to see that offensively and damage, man. But good luck out there. We're gonna be hitting the arenas. I'm gonna do maybe we talk about this on a live stream or a second video part 2 on this event, on kind of what potentially I can grind between now and the end of this event, not the start of this event, because obviously we want to give ourselves a little bit more time. So keep in mind this event starts on the 8th, but it ends on the 15th. So you have until like the 14, 13, somewhere, cutting it really close to participate and just go crazy on the crystals and just hit those milestones, and cash in your battle chips, cash in every single unit you've grinded for, milestones, everything you've squeezed, every single possibility of every unit in the game, and put it towards this event. Interesting. And this is not even the Deadpool event that's coming in the next couple of days. Good luck. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.